Hello, and welcome to edition 64 of the Weekly Bugger. Last week we had no video, because the entire editorial team was sick with the norovirus, a particularly nasty strain of stomach flu. All are recovered now, so we are back, with today all space news. Our first item, NASA finally has brought out that since May 25 in 2021, when the giant spaceship was observed from the International Space Station, 2 of its astronauts have gone missing from ISS. They are Gert Alexander from Germany and Will Reed from the USA. NASA fears that they were abducted by the crew of the spaceship that apparently had been docked to the station for several hours. Through our connections, the Weekly Bugger has obtained a declaration from the captain of the ship. Captain Shizuka, who looks vaguely familiar on this archive picture, presented this statement. The 2 men are alive and doing very well. They were lost in the 36 decks large interior of the 672 meters long and 228 meters wide spaceship, which she called her Trident. The Trident is heavily armed with 300 railguns and plasma cannons, has quarters for 1,700 crew members, and automated food dispensers all over the ship. After 42 weeks, they finally found their way and requested to stay on the Trident a little longer. After having watched the 2 suns through the Tannhauser Gate, and visited the nexus of Sominus, in the Dagobah galaxy, far far away, they did not wanted to leave anymore. The captain permanently assigned them to the Trident because being alone on the ship for so long, she loves the company of the 2 well-trained astronauts, whose families now spent some wonderful space vacations as guests on the ship. To NASA, Captain Shizuka had the following message. These men work for me now, don't try anything funny, or the Trident will let you sniff its cannons. That was the captain's statement. Well, NASA is quite safe. I know from a reliable source that sniffing the oil of the cannons is all they are good for, since the captain refuses to allow ammunition of any kind aboard the Trident. The Artemis moon mission is still going strong. And on Twitter my friend Conspiracy Slayer posted some pretty amazing pictures. Here are some with the Orion craft and Earth and Moon on the background. However, I have noticed something. And I wonder if anyone else have seen this. NASA, when read upside down spells like VSVN. I just wonder what that would mean. But that is a different subject, perhaps for another time. He compared Himawari satellite images with pictures taken from the Artemis Orion spacecraft. Here you can see the weather pattern totally match. That should be the final nail in the coffin of flat Earth. But they all will dash it off as CGI, without even knowing what that is. But that wasn't the only thing. On this picture, there is this tiny dot visible and it is not a UFO, because we know what it is. When enhanced, we can just see that it's Russell's teapot, which was launched 5 weeks ago, on top of a Falcon 9, on its way to Jupiter. Well, this was all for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this show as well as all the others. We really put a lot of work in these videos. Like this Weekly Bugger, took 14 hours of animating and editing to create. Now we are in desperate need of a better computer, and I really would like to finally get some support through patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. Please, you would help us so much for a few dollars per month. So far, for all the begging, I hope to see you again in a week.